We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll get this off to Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's McDaniel. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, but you have to keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. 49's the mic, watch 49.
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Rankin. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. And Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Jackson on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Nothing is the score after one on EA Sports. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's McDaniel. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants!
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Forced out to his left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now a give right side Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some.
And finally brought down at the 43.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McDaniel. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and goal. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's a give to Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Rankin. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Rankin. And that'll be caught by Tony. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to, but when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to maneuver. 73 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. On the move to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Pushing through the contact.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there. But you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
On 1st down, Swift. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Ravens 21. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Ravens.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he stopped immediately there. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mic 91.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he goes out right around the 39. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson
looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue